survive in a recession? Visit Bambi.com and type gift under streaming for your free demo and special guide. BAMBEE.com. Type gift under streaming.
Well, the man accused of last week's hammer attack on Paul Pelosi has pled not guilty to several state charges in connection to the assault and is also facing 2 serious federal charges that could carry up to 50 years in prison. On the docket tonight, a legal discussion of the case against 42-year-old David DePape with criminal defense attorney Brian Claypool. We'll talk about more. I want to play this, or actually this is from Adam Lipson, who's DePape's public defender. Watch.
We have very little information about this case at this time. There's been a lot of speculation, a lot of rumor, simply based on the nature of this case. But as of right now, I haven't even seen the police reports.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
You think they're being transparent. We don't know if the body camera is going to be released. We don't know about the 911 call. A lot of things in limbo.
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of unanswered questions, Trace. For example, too, did the alarm go off? I would think you'd have a serious, significant alarm system at the house. And then also, what baffles me is, during this exchange, why the assailant would just allow Pelosi to go to the bathroom. The whole thing is bizarre, but at the end of the day, I think what the public defender was talking about today is that the defendant was in a mental health facility being examined.
Yeah.
So I expect that they're going to raise issues of what's called diminished capacity in California, which means that this guy has some kind of mental issues that defeats the intent. So it reduces then the crime to a lesser charge. So I'm sure that's what his lawyer's going to do.
I want to move on now. Ohio is going after Dollar General, which is the dollar store, saying that they are allegedly selling things above the advertised price. Put this on the screen. They say the acceptable rate, you got to be within 2%. They're thinking Dollar General range between 16 and 88%. In other words, they're charging you a couple of bucks for something they say is $1. They got a case?
Well, I remember a little bit of this going on with DoorDash. Remember DoorDash?
Yeah.
During the pandemic, when I did Shannon's show, we were talking about how you're looking on there, you're ordering something for X dollars, and then it's $5 more, and you look at the little print, and it says, oh, if it's after 6 o'clock at night. But look, here, clearly this is deceptive advertising, right? Get somebody to pick it off the shelf for $1, then you get there, it's $2. But look, I know I'm not going to be popular for this, but for $1, I have a defense, which is, okay, drum roll, if you see it for $1 and you get to the cash register and they say 2, and say, I don't want it.
I'm out. Yeah, but still, it's one of those things where you think, is it a case, is dollar like, well, we're charging you $1 for things, and it's actually 2 at the counter. It is bad practice on Dollar's fault. You can't,
it's manipulative.
because if somebody needs something, they want something, they go to
totally.
Dollar, and they get up the thing, there's $2, you're like, come on, I have $1.20 to pay for the tax and everything else. I don't have $2.
Yeah, and all kidding aside, $1 to somebody right now means a lot. We're in the middle of a terrible recession.
Yeah, Brian, stand by. Thank you for a bit of other legal news. Pop star Mariah Carey is getting an early Christmas present this year. In an update to a story we brought you in a previous night court, a lawsuit has been dropped that claimed the singer had stolen the title for her hit song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. The plaintiff, Andy Stone, said he originally wrote his tune 5 years before Carey. The suit did not claim the songs sounded alike, only that they had the very same title. Well, are you ready to set your clocks back an hour because daylight saving time ends this week? Saving, by the way, with no S, as Jeff Paul reminded me. Time permanent, right? It passed the Senate back in March, but it's not going to go. It remains stalled in the House. Senator Marco Rubio, who introduced the Sunshine Protection Act, says it would reduce crime, even lower the risk of heart attacks. However, some sleep experts support a switch to permanent standard time, arguing our bodies function best with more sunlight in the morning. Let's bring back in Brian Claypool, Jeff Paul. We've got Human Hamadi, and I guess Kevin Cork decided to leave us out. He decided to leave us over there. I'm curious to have Kevin Cork. There he is, my man Kevin Cork. I'm thinking, we can't go on Night Court without Kevin Cork. I want to start with the doctor if I can, because they talk about this could be really hard on your body and can cause different things, Dr. Hamadi.
Yeah, it's really remarkable that there have been studies that have shown that in that couple of weeks after the switch to daylight saving time, there's a 24% higher rate of cardiovascular events like heart attacks, 8% higher risk of stroke, higher risk of depression, obesity. It's a long list of things that all happen right around that time of the switch, and then they reverse slowly over time. And so clearly there's something going on with the circadian rhythm, probably causing higher levels of cortisol, other stress hormones leading to this. So it's really a mystery.
Back to Kevin Cork now. Kevin, you like it, you don't like it, a little extra sleep, a little less?
Stop. Just
You know, I don't want to fall back. I don't want to spring forward. Just leave it the same. I like the later days when we get sunshine later. That to me is a full stop. I'm praying that the guys in Washington and the women who are here figure this thing out. I'm the same. I mean, when listen, it gets dark at 5 o'clock, 4:30. You feel like you got to eat at 5. It doesn't make any sense. Jeff Paul.
Well, we had our Twitter poll tonight. Thanks for everybody who contributed to that. 80% of people, roughly 80% of people, do not like it. I'm from Arizona, so I'm a newbie when it comes to stuff. We don't have it. I've never heard one person growing up say, "Gee, you know, we're really missing out. I wish we had that." No one says that.
Yeah, I know there's got to be a legal perspective in here somewhere, Brian Claypool. Or do you just hate it?
I'm taking his poll from 80% to 81%. So I'm the additional 1%. I mean, come on. Our political system is not working again. Everybody does not want this. What are we doing, Congress? Real quick. Depression, like the doctor said here. I've got a teenage daughter. I mean, I'm an adult. I like seeing sunshine. It does something for you. And then also the recession. What about the heating bills for people that need that money?
Yeah.
So come on, Congress, get it together.
What about your car clock?
What about your car clock?
You got to change that. How can you even do that?
Uman Hamadi, Brian Claypool, Kevin Cork, thank you all. And thank you for watching America's Late News, Fox News at Night. I'm Trace Gallagher in Los Angeles. I'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
5 inches of rain on by tomorrow.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com. Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
We say, well, wake up earlier, exercise more, really rest, and eat healthier. It's hard for us, but for dogs, not so much. Dogs are up at dawn, run for fun, sleep like champs, and they love eating fresh, healthy food every single meal. Give your dog another healthy habit. Real fresh food from the Farmer's Dog. Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/radio.
If dog people made dog food, it definitely wouldn't look like dusty, burnt brown pebbles. Ugh. It would actually be food. It would be made with real fresh meat and veggies, gently cooked to preserve their nutritional value. You know, like food. The Farmer's Dog was created by dog people who cook and deliver fresh, healthy food. Try the Farmer's Dog and get fresh, pre-portioned meals tailored to your dog's needs. Tell us about your dog, build your plan, and get 50% off at thefarmersdog.com/radio. That's thefarmersdog.com/radio.
The very latest headlines, along with in-depth analysis and conversation, depend on Fox News Radio and FoxNewsPodcasts.com.
Democracy is in danger. I'm Carmen Roberts, Fox News. That's the warning from President Biden just days ahead of the midterm elections. He says former President Trump's lies about the 2020 election and those who believe them have created a dangerous climate.
In this moment, we have to confront those lies with the truth. The very future of our nation depends on it.
The president speaking last night just blocks from where rioters attacked the Capitol after the 2020 election.
We must, with one overwhelming, unified voice, speak as a country and say there's no place for voter intimidation or political violence in America.
House Leader Kevin McCarthy from the Republican side tells Fox's Hannity the president failed to mention many of the problems the country faces.
I listened to the president's speech. I don't remember hearing anything about inflation, about gas, about border, about fentanyl, about crime, or not even the 98 individuals on the border who are on the terrorist watch list they have caught.
North Korea stirs up tensions today as it test fires several more missiles. South Korea says one of them was an intercontinental ballistic missile.